Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I want to talk about the future of photography. But before you zap away thinking this is yet another video about autofocus, megapixels, or computational photography, rest assured, it is not. In fact, let's just start by talking about what this video is not about. First and foremost, this is not about the future of photography in the next 5 years, the so-called near-term future. Secondly, as I just mentioned, this video is not about more megapixels, right? There will be higher resolutions, there will be more megapixels. I couldn't see why not. It is also not about autofocus. Yes, the autofocus systems will also improve over time, and they will probably reach levels that are unimaginable for us today. Thirdly, this is also not about more card slots. I don't know how many more card slots we need in the future. In fact, the bigger question would be, do we even use cards in the future? And lastly, this is also not about computational photography. We will also see further leaps here in this area, but that would be a whole different video. All these things improve over time. Having said that though, I can't imagine that this is all that photography has to offer to us in 20 years from now. In fact, I would be disappointed if this is all that photography has to offer us in the future. All these things come from our sense of reality, the things that we know, and it's easy for us to focus on them and extrapolate them into the future, make them faster, cheaper, bigger, and so on and so forth. But most of the time, this is not how the future works. We need to imagine harder. We need to go beyond what is real and imagine maybe the impossible, or allow to talk about what we deem to be impossible today. So this video is a try to share with you two different futures by looking at what could be possible in the future. In this video, I want to speculate. So please do not look at the two ideas that I'm about to share with you as predictions for the future. I do not claim to know the future, nor do I think anyone else does. I merely want to present to you two ideas so that you can imagine along and that we can have a nice discussion in the comment section below. Today we will look at the present from the future instead of looking at the future from the present. So grab a nice cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's use our collective imagination to venture into possible futures. Let's pretend that the concepts that I'm about to share with you are possible and imagine what new opportunities arise for us photographers if these concepts were real. Your instincts or first thoughts to some of the details that I'm about to share might be negative. Try to overcome those thoughts. They might be rooted in present experiences. So let's not talk about dystopian aspects of these future worlds. This is not the aim of this video and would be a whole separate discussion. For the sake of this video, let's pretend that everything is good and people happily live in these future worlds. And let's focus on the pure photographic aspects of the ideas. Imagine a highly sensoric world. Tiny little sensors everywhere. Every house, every street, park, nature in general are aware what's going on and are smart. Go beyond of all the sensors that you can imagine that we see already today in our smart fridges, smart TVs, cars, modern traffic lights, smart clothes, and so on and so forth. And even our beloved cameras to a certain extent, right? All of these things are already connected to the network in some way or another. And if you think of the smartphone even, we're talking about connectivity 24/7. But this is not what I'm talking about. I really mean a truly sensoric world with billions and billions of sensors everywhere. Chips and sensors became so small that they can be practically anywhere, in any coffee cup, chair, floor, wall, anything that you can imagine. They are ubiquitous. And we can communicate with them, or the environment can communicate with us. It is truly smart. So let's stay with this picture. What if we could communicate with our camera or with our image capturing device of the future? I know this is ridiculous to hold this camera and talk about the future. Like and subscribe. So let me put this away. What if we could communicate with our camera or future image capturing device and letting it know what we want to take a photo of, what kind of subject we're after? Or also we could think that this future image capturing device is communicating with us because it's permanently connected to us, already knowing what subject we're after and feeding this back to us so that we can easily find our photo opportunity. Let me make an example. Imagine you're in a city, maybe for the very first time. It's a rainy day and you want to take a photo of someone in a yellow rain jacket with a colorful umbrella, or maybe even a sea of colorful umbrellas. Now the system goes and finds such a photo opportunity near you and then feeds this information back to you and guides you there. In general, such a system could help us find photo opportunities a lot quicker. And it could also let us know if such photo opportunities or whatever we're looking for is not available near us. Over would be the days of us losing hours choosing a specific subject or missing opportunities left and right, and maybe looking at photography as just a matter of chance and luck. Well, for those of you who now think, but Marcus, this is exactly what photography is about. This is the fun in photography. And I must say, to a certain extent, I'm also part of this group. I can tell you that in my imagination, I think that the system in this world is not mandated upon us. It is just a new tool, a new capability that is at our disposal. This is how I try to look at this. And it just allows us to do new things that maybe we were not able to do before. So again, don't think of this being something that takes something away from you. Before I move on to the second idea, I would now be curious in the comment section below what you think of this idea. What new opportunities do you see or chances do you see if you had such a system at your disposal? What would you do with it? Let me know. I would be very curious. And now over to the next idea. Let's stay mentally in the world that I described earlier, a world with billions and billions of sensors. And now imagine that billions and billions of these sensors are capable of seeing. They are tiny little cameras. And they are tiny little cameras that we can access. And they so become extensions of ourselves so that we have millions and millions of eyes to see the world with. Wait, I know what you're thinking. This is total surveillance. The end of privacy. This is evil. This is creepy. Let's push these thoughts away for a moment. Again, I would like us to focus on the purely photographic aspects of this possibility and not try to imagine all the evil dystopian things that would be possible. Let's continue. Wait, this is so evil. Genius. Where were we? Right. The environment has eyes, or the environment is our eyes, like an extension of us. So inside buildings or our photo studios, in the street or in nature. Let's go so far to think the trees have eyes, not in a creepy sense. To help you picture this a little bit better, I want to show you a recent project by Paris Digital, and I want to show you an installation with 144 Sony mirrorless cameras. This array from Paris Digital is meant for capturing digital assets. It uses today's cameras and so on. I show you this just to help you visualize what I mean. Replace the Sony mirrorless cameras now with millions of tiny camera sensors in that room. I can imagine that when we tap into the system, we can capture anything that is in the room with perfect detail from any possible angle. What would this allow us to do? When we're not physically limited to the place where we stand or the camera that we can only hold in our hands, when we basically have no obstacles in our way. We could be on a plaza in front of a cathedral or a huge dome that we're fascinated by, and by tapping into the system, we could now use these virtual eyes around us in the environment to look at the cathedral from all kinds of perspectives imaginable in real time, and then take the perfect shot. Again, with no obstacles in our way. The whole environment would literally be a camera. The whole world would be a camera. And we could tap into it, and we could use it with all the creativity that we have. This idea certainly also begs the question, what is a photo? What is a photo in the future? Will we still just be taking 2D or 3D images, or would we capture such a scene, for example, with the information from all the millions of eyes and look at the scene from all kinds of perspectives later? I don't want to go too far into detail with regards to this question, because the question of what is a photo or what will a photo be in the future is probably a whole philosophical video by itself. But since we already talk about it now, I would actually be curious to hear from you in the comment section below. What do you think? What is a photo? What will a photo be in the future? And also with regards to the idea, what would you do if you would have such a capability at your hands to tap into millions and millions of eyes in the environment around you? Let me know in the comment section below. These were the two ideas that I wanted to share with you today. Please let me know which one you liked better and which one you think is maybe closer to the present. Did I miss anything? Do you want to add anything to any of these ideas? Or do you maybe even also have some ideas for the future of photography? Let me know also in the comment section below. Please also don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting. It took me quite some time to make this video and it would help with the YouTube God. So thank you so much for that. Wishing you a great rest of the day and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Wait. We need to imagine two different futures that looking at them, by looking what is possible, what could be possible, little tiny find a photo opportunity quicker or telegraph would be our eyes. And now imagine these sensors could actually, and now imagine most of these sensors could actually, you have millions of new we can capture, we are capable of capturing anything that is in the room, and by tapping into it, wait, this is evil. Wait, this is evil.